Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you guys?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Good.
wabarakatuh.
How about you?
I'm good, thank you. So, guys, now we will discuss about the story. What story did you read?
I read Snow White,
Snow White.
but Mayo, what story did you read?
I read Snow White too.
Yeah. But I think there are so many Snow White stories and so many versions.
That's true. There are many versions of the Snow White story, but I myself read the Disney version. Which version did you guys read?
Me too.
Oh, I read to the Disney version too.
Me too. I read the Disney version.
But why you choose Disney version, Zahra?
I choose the version because I think the Disney version is the original version of Snow White story.
Oh, I see. And actually, the Disney version is easy to access too, right?
Yeah, I read the Disney version from Google, and also I watched the movie Snow White.
By the way, do you know the difference between the Disney version and the other version? Can you guys mention the difference?
Yeah. The difference is that the Disney version is Snow White lives with her stepmother, who is a queen. In other version, Snow White lives with her uncle and aunt.
I remember, and I also read the version where Snow White lives with her uncle and aunt.
Okay, see. But I think the Disney version is an easy story to understand. And I heard I hear the story from Disney version often. Let me tell the story. The story, the Snow White story, tell about a princess named Snow White. She is beautiful and kind to everyone. One day, the queen was jealous of Snow White's beauty, so she ordered a huntsman to kill Snow White. But the huntsman didn't want to hurt Snow White, so he ordered Snow White to leave so that the queen couldn't find Snow White. Finally, Snow White went to the forest and met the Stephen Dwarf. Shortly after leaving with the dwarf, the queen knew that Snow White had not died, so she disguised herself and gave a poison apple to Snow White so that Snow White fell asleep for a long time. But suddenly, there was a prince who saved Snow White. He kissed Snow White, so Snow White woke up and lived happily with the prince and the dwarf. That's all the Snow White story.
That's great story. In your opinion, guys, what kinds of verbs mostly appear in the story? Nova?
Okay. The type of verb that often appears in is action verb. For example, Snow White ran deep into the woods. Uh, the princess knocked, but no one was home. Next, she made a magic potion to change her appearance, and the prince awakened Snow White with love for kiss.
And how about adjective? What, what kind of adjective mostly appears in the story? Lisa, can you mention?
Okay, Zahra, adjectives that follow nouns are sometimes called appositive adjective. Typically, they come in pairs. Consider the following sentence. The white and powdery snow covered the landscape. And what white and powdery, the snow covered the landscape. The snow, white and powdery, covered the landscape, and the snow that covered the landscape was white and powdery. The adjectives in first are attribute adjectives. The adjectives in second and third are positive adjective, not the punctuation, and the adjectives in fourth are predicate predicative in second and three. The we would not use white as an isolated appositive adjective. White, the snow covered the landscape, and the snow white covered the landscape.
And how about adverb? What kind of adverb mostly appear in the story? Zahro.
Mostly, I think adverb time. For example, once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Snow White, and one day, Snow White met a charming prince. Sorry.
But what kinds of tenses mostly appear in the story, Nova?
Okay, past tense, for example, princess name Snow White. Snow White ran deep into the woods, and the princess knocked.
And guys, what is the most common form of sentences in this story?
In this story, mostly use sentences because this story uses a third person point of view. The content of this story tells the story of Snow White, so most of the sentences are statement sentences. For example, she was kind and gentle and a friend to all animals. And the king was so jealous of Snow White's beauty.
And also, what type of the text does this story use, and what language features that used in this story?
Okay, this story this story uses narrative text, where the narrative text is an imaginary story to entertain people, and use language feature past tense. For example, the queen was jealous of Snow White's beauty, and adverb of time and use after all time. For example, once upon a time and time conjunction. For example, when Snow White awakes, and also use certain character. The character of the story is specific, not general. For example, Snow White. An action verb use action verb. For example, Snow White cleans every nook and cranny, and also use direct speech. Direct speech. This is to make the story come alive. For example, perhaps whoever lives here will let me say Snow White. Direct speech use the present tense, and that's all I think.
Oh, I see. But do you know what the purpose of this story is? I think Nova, can you tell?
I think the purpose of this story is to provide entertainment for the reader, and there is a moral message in this story as well.
I agree with you, Nova, that there is a moral message in this story. But Zahra, in your opinion, what moral message from this story?
Okay, for the moral message, I think the message is tell everyone don't be jealous of someone because everyone has weakness and strength. So it's better to be grateful for what we have.
Yeah, alright. Thank you very much for your opinions, guys. Hopefully, this discussion is useful and can add your insight. Thank you, guys. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See
Thank you.
you.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Thank you.
wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
See you.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.